Hi, and welcome to This Week in East Brunswick, the township's own news and information program. Today, you'll see the inauguration of 3 new East Brunswick Township Council members, Jack Sinagra, Joseph Hudak, and Bill Kirk, as they were seen live here on Channel 8 last Sunday. We'll show some East Brunswick High School basketball, excerpts from games seen in their entirety here on Channel 8. Our regular features will include Fashion Focus with Mary Louise Cooper on styles for long-waisted women, Health Facts with information on arthritis, and Consumer Aware with travel tips from Adrian Eisner. We'll end with our Township Council review, but first, here's a look at next week on Channel 8. Monday at 10 a.m., exercise with Lenore Kulik on Look Great, Feel Great. And at 10:30, watch Reading Rainbow, an award-winning children's program from PBS. Tuesday at 7 p.m., Check It Out comes to you from the libraries of Middlesex County, followed at 7:30 by Sports Talk with John Megliero and his guest, pro football player and former South River resident Troy Hill. Wednesday afternoon at 3, East Brunswick librarians read stories from the library, and Wednesday evening at 7:30, For Art's Sake with Dolly Vasta, discovers New Brunswick's renowned black theater troupe, the Crossroads Theater. At 8, The Arts comes to you from Middlesex County's Cultural and Heritage Commission. And we'll be back next Thursday at 7 with more news and information on This Week in East Brunswick. Watch Channel 8's program guide for repeats of all these programs. Last Sunday, a large audience at the library and at home watching Channel 8 saw 3 new East Brunswick Council members inaugurated: Joseph Hudak, Jack Sinagra, and William Kirk. The 3 joined Councilman Louis Becker and Russell Walker to form the first ever all-Republican council in East Brunswick. Mr. Walker was named council president and Mr. Hudak vice president. In speeches to the audience, the 3 new members expressed their thanks and spoke of the future of East Brunswick.
I want to thank you all for coming this afternoon, and I want to thank the taxpayers of East Brunswick for electing me to office. I have been active in this community for over 23 years, served in many community organizations, including 9 years on the Board of Education and serving for 4 years as your councilman, and now being reelected for 4-year term. You have honored me over and over again by giving me the chance to serve you. I have been elected 5 times to public office in this community. I believe this is so because I have knowingly never let you down. I am a responsive councilman. Most of all, I will level with you. As councilman, I feel I should represent all of the people of our town, not just one group or special interests. My attitude as a councilman has been, I represent the whole of the town, regardless of which people voted for me and which people did not. You and I may not agree on everything that comes up. That is the nature of our great system, but your ideas will always be respected and studied. We need a councilman who thinks that way for a change. I will be your councilman whether you support me or not, and I will always try to make you proud of me and of your community. Our town cries out for a change. I believe it is time for the people of East Brunswick to take back their government. Thank you.
88 days ago, in this very room, 6 candidates for Township Council sat before the television cameras and spoke to the issues facing our municipality. 3 of those candidates addressed the positive efforts that they had made toward providing comprehensive programs covering recreation, the humanities, and the arts. And they will be honored and remembered for a long time for having created opportunities to frolic, to laugh, to cry, and to become a part of the social interaction of people of all ages. The other 3 candidates took a more pragmatic position, saying that there's a profound and basic difference between what is new and noble and what is right and needed. Those three candidates, we Republicans who were outnumbered 3-1 in voter registration, addressed the 4 dangerous times during the summer of 1986 when there was not sufficient water to fight a fire. We spoke of underestimated costs and overstated revenues. We hammered away at the construction progress of Riders Lane and said it would not be open until after the snow flies, and which, by the way, will end up costing more than $1,500 a foot. On November the 4th, there were 15,477 levers pulled to elect the 3 Republicans who now sit as your new councilmen. For 3 months, we had criticized the Democrats' decisions, and the voters agreed with us. The curtains on the booth effectively obscured the conscious decision of many who crossed over party lines to vote Republican, and we thank those who did. We're grateful also for the overwhelming number and the amount of support given to us by members of our own party, and certainly and especially the actions of the independents. But now is the time when our decisions will touch your lives and affect the vitality of the community. During the campaign, we promised to give you more of a voice in how you want East Brunswick to be governed. The first step towards satisfying that promise will start this coming Saturday morning here at the library, where I've reserved a small conference room for you to meet with the councilman. From 10 o'clock until 11:30 in the morning, those of you who may not be able to attend council meetings on Monday nights, or may be too shy or reluctant to speak in public, will have an opportunity to present your opinions in an informal setting, and I look forward to greeting you and hearing from you this coming Saturday and every Saturday thereafter. In 2 weeks, your new council will receive the 1987 budget from the mayor and the business administrator. In light of the clear message that you gave on Election Day, I hope that that budget will be responsive to your call for prudence in expenditures and will be accurate in revenue expectations. We've already been advised that East Brunswick will lose more than $1 million in investment income and reductions in state aid during 1987, and we will expect a budget that takes that shortfall seriously. Finally, the council's agenda will be focusing on solutions to the problems that you expressed during the campaign. We will be seeking your support, both vocal and written, and hope that you will be patient with our progress. Thank you all very, very much.
I want to take this opportunity to thank someone in the audience especially, and that's my wife. She will certainly have a lot of sacrifices to put up with 3 young children and my time being devoted between my position in my company and the time I want to allot to East Brunswick. So I want to thank her for allowing me to run and thank her for the time she's willing to give up. The campaign is now over. I want to put politics behind us, and the future of East Brunswick is before us. I think it's quite appropriate to sum up my feelings by using a line that has some significance in a few weeks, that I have a dream. And I have a dream of a different East Brunswick. I have a dream of an East Brunswick where it'll take 10 minutes to ride from one end of Route 18 to the other end of Route 18. I have a dream of not seeing any garbage trucks on Route 18. I have a dream of a stable tax base. I have a dream of East Brunswick being known as the culture center of New Jersey. Now you may say, that's fine, those are dreams. But dreams have a very funny way of becoming reality when you work hard enough at them. With your help, with our total perseverance, I think these dreams can become reality. In fact, tomorrow night I will propose that we solicit and form a committee to have East Brunswick considered along with New Brunswick and Princeton for the proposed, Governor Kane is proposing a culture center. I believe this is within the realm of possibility that with a total town effort, we can get this facility located in East Brunswick. I will ask your immediate support toward that goal, toward all the other goals, all the dreams, and these are all our dreams, for my children and yours. With your help, I think we can accomplish them. Thank you.
The council reorganization will be cablecast in its entirety Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. Now let's join Mary Louise Cooper for Fashion Focus.
Hi there, I'm Mary Louise Cooper, custom clothing designer, and I'd like to welcome you today to Fashion Focus. Here we have two forms which the apparel industry designates as standard sizes for that particular year's silhouette. You will find silhouettes change from year to year, and that may be the subject of another Fashion Focus. I had this form made to my own proportions, and compared to present industry standards, I may be considered long-waisted. Terms such as long-waisted and short-waisted and others exist solely to accommodate mass production and fashion trends and are otherwise meaningless. In men's styles, there are cuts to accommodate regular, long, and short, all for the same suit. This does not exist for women, and that is why it is even more important for you to know styling for your figure type. Christian Dior's new look of 1947 looked wonderful on Audrey Hepburn, but most women weren't swan-necked with 19-inch waists. Let's take a look at some designs which are appropriate for long-waisted women. A wool suit with a bolero jacket and crisp white blouse is smart styling for the long waist. It defines the midriff area subtly. Many women are taught that if you're long-waisted, you should always try and break up the midriff area by the use of color. This is not a rule made of iron. Every situation has its choices. Here is a silk print chemise which flows over the waist area, therefore giving no boundaries for definition. If desired, a belt could be added. This cocktail suit with jacket dipping below the waistline is flattering for the longer midriff. It is essentially monochromatic or one color. The silk camisole is a subtle backdrop for the suit. I'm wearing a chamois skin top which is boned at the seam lines and slightly flares out at the hip. The lace border at the top creates a color and a texture change without creating a hard edge. Today we have learned aspects of design with regard to long-waisted women, and many of the points we have gone over can be applied to other figure types as well. By considering these points we have just gone over, and by knowing your own figure, it is fun and easy to choose a design that is most flattering to you. Until next time, this is Mary Louise Cooper saying good night.
This past fall, Channel 8 began an experiment attempting to cover a variety of East Brunswick high school sports events in their entirety. We're carrying this expanded sports coverage into the winter season to bring you boys and girls basketball as well as wrestling. What we'll see now is a few minutes of last week's boys basketball game at home against traditional rival St. Joseph's of Edison, which was won by East Brunswick 71-69 in an exciting double overtime game, hosted by John Magliero, Jimmy Allender, and Phil Hill. Then we'll see a few minutes of this week's girls basketball game against Cedar Ridge, also played at home, which unfortunately was lost by the Lady Bears.
He'll take it. Air ball. Zahn to Brill. Brill looking for Berliner, taken by Waddleton. A lot of mistakes thus far by East Brunswick. Guys, stop the throw, guys! On the foul line, that was Gessick. 6-0.
Knoppenberger not calling timeout.
6-zip. St. Joe's. This is Brill. Back to Forte. Berliner will take the jump shot, yes. And East Brunswick gets on the board, 6-2.
Well, I thought that East Brunswick would try to post up Berliner down low, Phil, but thus far, Greg has elected to take that short 10-foot shot. He's only 1 for 3, though.
Zatorsky comes in for Allen, number 14. And this is Waddleton looking to the sides for some coaching. St. Joe's in the lead, 6-2. That's Zatorsky there with the ball. Waddleton will shoot it up. Off the rim. This is Forte. He'll take it all the way. He's called for charging.
Good call, John. Clearly an offensive foul.
4:41, first period action. East Brunswick trails 6-2. St. Joe's in white, East Brunswick in the home green. Waddleton is the playmaker for the Falcons. or push it up off the glass. He's short, out of bounds. It was off Flagg's hands.
The girls' game was against the Cougars of Cedar Ridge. John Magliaro was joined by Jimmy Allender for this game's commentary.
Gina Yalagan comes in for Cedar Ridge, and Danielle Salamini for the Bears. So Coach Piccirillo making some substitutions here. So Salamini over to DiMartino, off the rim, and a nice play by DiMartino. Stops the fast break, and East Brunswick controls. That's Barella with the ball. She'll take the jumper and hits. We're tied at 6. 1:26 to go, first period. Robinson being pressured by Kim Harden. This is Carriget's rather. She comes down, fouled by DiMartino though.
So Gail picks up her first foul. And the rules are the same as in boys. 1-on-1 when we get to the 5th foul.
That's Yalagan inside to Robinson, and a foul's called. Looked like a travel there on Tracy Robinson.
I think she did a good job of holding her pivot foot just before she took the shot, and that was what allowed the foul.
Foul on Barella, and Tracy Robinson will go to the line.
She has 2 shots.
She can break the tie, and she does. All net on that shot. And so the Cougars are in front 7-6. Her second shot now. And she misses. Kim Harden with the rebound to Barella. DiMartino. Salamini. To Barella in the corner. Inside. Nice pass to Pryor. Not able to convert, though.
Kim should have used the board on that one.
And Carriget's will bring it up for the Cougars. To Yalagan. Looking for Robinson. She gives it back to Yalagan. Inside to Carriget's, but it's stolen by Barella. We're down to 33 seconds, first period. Cedar Ridge by 1, 7-6. There's Barella all alone. Nice jumper, just short. 25 seconds to go. The Bears will have it under their basket. DiMartino. Salamini, Barella, DiMartino outside, off the rim. 15 seconds. This is Yalagan. On the drive, misses. Follow up and no good, too hard. And Vargel finally puts it in for the Cougars. 9-6, they're in the lead. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the end of the first period here. Cedar Ridge in front, 9-6.
Next on Health Facts, we'll have information about arthritis from Virginia Yarber, a health educator at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital.
I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about arthritis. The definition of arthritis is inflammation of a joint, painful condition of the muscle and skeletal system. There are 109 different kinds of arthritis, from rare to common and from trivial to serious. Arthritis has a long history. We've seen pictures in ancient paintings on the Greek walls of people showing salve being rubbed onto an aching, sore joint. Arthritis can attack people from infants to old age. 1 out of 7 Americans has arthritis seriously enough to require medical attention. There are 8 million arthritis victims in this country. Some of the symptoms and early warning signs of arthritis is swelling of one or more joints, early morning stiffness, reoccurring pain and tenderness in any joint, the inability to move a joint, obvious redness or swelling in a joint, unexplained weight loss, fever, or weakness combined with joint pain may be a symptom of arthritis. Symptoms such as these that last 2 weeks or more should be investigated to find out if arthritis is the cause. you should see your physician and not try to do your own diagnosis. Selection of treatment of arthritis depends on the type of arthritis one has, the intensity of the pain, and the disability the person's suffering. Self-medication without an evaluation by a physician can lead to complications and unnecessary suffering. One of the most common forms of arthritis is osteoarthritis. This is usually associated with the older adults and associated with the wearing down of the joints. The aching and the pains usually come on gradually. One may use the ability to use one or more joints as easily as before. They may be creaking and grating, it's called crepitus, in one or more joints. There may be muscle weakness and knobby forms on a joint. Another form of arthritis that can strike at any age is rheumatoid arthritis. It usually invades one or more joints, and it's usually symmetrical. If it's happening on one side of the body, it usually is happening on the other. For instance, if one hip is affected, the other hip will probably be affected. It's a complicated disease and can cause many problems. It should be evaluated by a physician. The Community Health Education Department of Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital offers a program called Arthritis Self-Management. To obtain more information, please call us at 937-8820. That's 937-8820. This is Virginia Yarber, and this has been Health Facts.
Hello, and welcome to Consumer Aware. I'm Adrienne Eisner, Director of the East Brunswick Consumer Affairs Office. Today we're going to be talking about travel promotions. Perhaps you are one of the many people who has recently received information in the mail or perhaps a telephone solicitation offering you a beautiful trip to a faraway place such as Hawaii or Mexico at a very low price. Consumer complaints about travel are on the rise. Voucher and coupon plans are the newest phenomenon. They may be entirely legitimate, although not always low cost, or they may be a fraud. Typically, inexpensive trips to Hawaii or Mexico are advertised in newspaper or by mail or phone, or are given as bonuses for listening to timeshare presentations, or are awarded in other promotions. The vacations are awarded in the form of travel coupons and vouchers, redeemable only by a specified travel company or broker. These firms often require a large deposit before the traveler can make reservations. Only after the firm has your money will it disclose all the conditions which apply to that trip. Conditions and restrictions usually make the trip less than a fantastic bargain. Travel time may be limited, service charges may be imposed, and full fare air tickets may offset savings on hotel accommodations. In addition, after paying the deposit, some people are being told that they don't qualify for the trip for such reasons as they are too old, they are required to travel with a spouse, or they must earn a certain amount of money. When these people try to get their deposit back, sometimes they find it is impossible. Consumers should be sure to check what a tour price includes. It may or may not cover airfare, meals, airport transfers, service charges, taxes, accommodations, escorts, sightseeing, and other items. The conditions page in the back of tour brochures should receive special attention. It provides important information about deposit, refund, cancellation, and penalty policies. If you have any questions about a solicitation for a vacation, please contact us at the East Brunswick Consumer Affairs Office. We're there in the municipal building Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. We'll answer any questions you have on travel plans or other consumer-related problems. Please call us, and thank you for joining me on Consumer Aware.
At the first regular meeting of the newly reorganized Township Council, the councilmen unanimously passed a resolution adopting the township's temporary 1987 budget. Township Administrator Gregory Fehrenbach explained that council members may amend this budget before January 30th. Budgetary hearings will be held at the municipal building next month. During the priority discussion, Council President Russell Walker asked for ideas on what course of action would speed up the installation of a traffic light at the intersection of Fern and Cranberry Roads. Gregory Fehrenbach and Township Planner Bill Tanner explained that placing a temporary light unauthorized by the county on Cranberry Road would make the township liable for accidents occurring there. The township has been trying since 1984 to gain county approval for a light and is finally, because of a significant increase in the number of accidents at the intersection, more likely to obtain it. Public Safety Director Thomas Terrell told the council that the township has done everything it could to caution drivers and prevent accidents, but accidents have been occurring at a rate of at least one per month, and that there is a serious potential for another to happen every day. Fehrenbach said findings have shown temporary lights which do not take into consideration the specific problems of an intersection often result in even more accidents. Councilman Jack Sinagra expressed his opinion on the matter.
And this is a radical move, and I agree. I would certainly, I know it's going to inconvenience a lot of people and maybe put a lot of pressure on the county, but I would close Fern Road and eliminate that intersection until either a temporary light, a permanent light, site improvements, whatever it takes. But I cannot sit here and do nothing when my director of safety says I can count on accidents there. If I can count on accidents, I can count on injuries. And maybe one of those people are going to get very mad at me for their inconvenience. Maybe I'm saving them an accident, including I take the road, my wife takes the road with the children. I say close it.
The council consensus was to close Fern Road at Cranberry Road. On January 12th, the council will consider an ordinance which authorizes an agreement between East Brunswick and the New Jersey Turnpike Authority. Councilman William Kirk spoke well of the agreement and congratulated Mayor Fox and the Citizens Ad Hoc Committee for having achieved concessions for East Brunswick from the authority that no other township since 1949 had achieved. Councilman Joseph Hudak, Louis Becker, and Jack Sinagra had reservations about the lack of specifics in the agreement, but Becker said he had pledged to support the ad hoc committee and would vote for the agreement. Mayor Fox and Township Attorney Bert Bush explained that the terms of the agreement are enforceable and everything considered are the best terms East Brunswick could have negotiated. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.